Hi friends, this is Krishna. Welcome to my YouTube channel. And today the topic we are going to discuss is something very interesting. Why 95% of the traders, especially the retail traders, are end up in loss in stock market. For example, one day my friend called me and he told me that there is a particular stock which has been doing really well for the past 6, 7 days. Okay. And he said, I'm going to observe the stock for 2 more days. And if it does really well, or if the rally continues, then I'm going to invest in the stock. So what happens? The rally still continues and he invested in the stock. And as soon as he invested in that stock, the stock started correcting. Then what happens? Oh God, I'm the most unlucky man on earth. And whatever the stock I buy, all stocks started going down. Until I buy the stock, it is rallying, and as soon as I enter, the stock started correction. So what has gone wrong? He has been observing this stock for 4, 5 days. So he has not just like that invested. So he clearly observed the stock and then only he investing. Even after that, that investment fails. So what is the reason? This is because of the lack of knowledge. Before you invest your money in stock market, you should have clear knowledge on what you are doing. If you invest in a stock just like that, following, in Money Control or in some other forums in Economic Times, the so-called experts, so they keep recommending some stocks. So if you simply go by those things, I'm 200% sure you cannot make money. So today I'm going to tell you how you can make money, how you can make money, and what is the secret behind this. It's very, very simple, friends, because I was also one among those traders who were making loss. But since I know the secret, I have been making very good amount of money, and which is what I'm going to share with you today. Okay, so this is my trading setup. In case if you have not watched my previous video, I will give my link. You can watch that in the description. Okay, so basically, the Nifty 50. The Nifty 50 comprises of various indices, right? So we have Nifty IT index, Nifty metal index, Nifty auto index, FMCG, pharma, PSU banks, and for the private banks, we have the Bank Nifty and the real estate and energy. Okay, so the Nifty 50 basically comprises of all these indices, and each index has its own set of stocks. Like for example, if you see Nifty IT, so if you want to know what are all the stocks which are in the Nifty IT, just go to niftyindices.com and you can go to the sectoral indices. Then under each sector, you can see what are all the stocks present in each index and what is their weightage, which is very, very important. So here you can see under Nifty IT index, these are all the major stocks with high weightage. So it is TCS followed by Infosys, then HCL Tech, then Tech Mahindra, then Wipro, and then L&T Mindtree and Coforge, Persistent System. So it goes like that. So now this is what the Nifty IT index. Okay. So if you would have seen my previous video, what is happening here, the stochastic RSI is clearly in the supply zone, you know, because it is less than 40. And the next indicator is the MACD one. So the MACD is well below the zero line. So my fundamental level of investing is I always wanted to enter at the beginning of the rally so that I can capture the complete rally. So here, which means this this is indicating a buying trend. Okay. Now let us check in the 4 hours chart. So in the 4 hours chart also, it has just crossed it has just touched the 40 levels, in the stochastic RSI, but the MACD is still below zero. So now let's see how you can find the stock and how you can invest on the right stock, without having any regret that as soon as I buy the stock started correcting. So you will never face this issue after you learn this. So in the Nifty IT index, we know that these are all the stocks which are involved. So now, as per our technical indicators, uh, this is in the buying trend. Okay, and this spot price of this IT index, I mean, for now, for any index, the spot price and how much it has moved, these things are not in patterns. Okay, so now this is clearly shows that we can enter this index now. So now, if the index has to move, if the index has to rise, what should happen? All the heavy weights in the index should rise, correct? So if TCS, Infosys, HCL Tech, Tech Mahindra, if all these stocks, at least, if not all, at least the index, the top five index heavyweights, if it rises, then the index will also rise. So, which means if you can find these stocks, at least if you cannot watch all these stocks, at least take the top three stocks, then you can invest in those stocks. Once you find that the index is indicating a buying zone. So now here it is clearly in the buying zone. So why it is in the buying zone? Here you see the stochastic RSI was below zero level, and here you can see it indicated the bottom. So here the market was bottomed out. So from there it started rallying, right? Yes. So now first confirmation, the index is in buying zone or selling zone, that you need to ensure. So now here it's clearly that it says it is in the buying zone. So now what is the second step? You need to go to that specific index. It can be IT index, it can be metal index, auto, FMCG. So whichever is the favorite index, you can play with that. So now in the IT index, you know these are all the stocks. So which is the heavyweight stock here? TCS, followed by Infosys, and then HCL Tech. So these are all the top three stocks. If the index has to rise, at least these top three stocks has to rise. So this is 25%. This is almost 27, and this is another 10. So 37. So close to 59% of the movement of the index is controlled by these three stocks. So now the third step, what you need to do, you need to check what are these three stocks indicating. So we saw the first one is TCS, then Infosys, and then HCL Tech, right? So first let's go back to TCS. So check the levels. So TCS in the day chart, the TCS is showing in the clearly in the buying zone. Okay, it is already in the oversold region, and let us check in the 4 hours chart. Yes, so it is almost similar to how we saw the index was. I will show you. For Nifty IT, in the 4 hours chart, it has approached to the 40 levels in the stochastic RSI, and you can see the same in TCS also. So every percent rise of TCS will have a huge impact on the index rise. Okay, so now TCS, yes, it is Pakka. It is in the buying zone, number one. And you should not only see the stochastic RSI and MACD, but besides, uh, you should also see the other things such as the trend line, the support and resistance. If you want to know about those things, see my previous video. So first, the TCS. Okay, we can buy TCS. It is in the buying zone. Now the second stock is Infosys. See, Infosys also it is in the day chart. Infosys also clearly in the buying zone. And how about in 4 hours chart? 4 hours chart, it is almost it has crossed the 40 levels. But as I said in my previous video, if it has crossed the 40 levels and if it is approaching the 80 mark level in the stochastic RSI, you should not straight away consider it as in the overbought region. But there is another way to interpret this is it is very bullish trend. Okay, the MACD may indicate the momentum trend, but whether it is in bullish trend or not, that you can see in the stochastic RSI levels. So the Infosys also in the buying trend, so we can buy Infosys. Then how about HCL Tech? See, HCL Tech is also in the buying zone. So as per the stochastic RSI, it is in the buying zone. And let's check in the pivot. Ah, wow. So this pivot Camarilla, I will come up with a separate video. So this in the Camarilla points, the S3 is the strongest support and the R3 is basically the strongest resistance. And we can see the HCL is trading nearly the S3 levels. It is just only 40 points away from the not even 40 points, it's around 30 points away from the S3 levels. So, which means you can also consider buying this HCL stock. So, if you are the person that I don't know much about the stock market, but still I want to make money because many people are making money. Yes, you can also make money, but you should know at least some of the basics before you start investing it. Simply don't invest and do not waste your hard-earned money. So now it is confirmed that if you can invest in these three stocks, you can make money. Okay. And the index, let us go back to the index. So from the, again, if you invest in these three stocks, how long you can hold these stocks? Since the index is in the buying zone, until it reaches the selling zone, you can have these stocks and whatever the profit you are going to gain, you can take it after that. So this is one of the easiest ways. If you do not have much knowledge about the stock market, then this is one of the easiest ways. Even for this purpose, you can use the free version of TradingView. Even in that, you can use the indicators for free. Okay, and then there is another thing which I wanted to share. So basically, this is the index for the Nasdaq. So which is in the US market. Uh, I'm not sure how many of you know the Nifty IT index is, it will reflect almost the same as how Nasdaq performs. In case if the Nasdaq was up today, then the next day our market will also be rising. In case if the Nasdaq was not performing well, then the next day our market will not be performing well. So there is a direct correlation between Nasdaq and Nifty IT index. So how to see that? You see here, this is the Nasdaq index, Nasdaq IT index. So we need to do the same thing. So in the day chart, as per the stochastic RSI, it is in the buying zone, and the MACD also showing the buying zone. But in the pivots Camarilla, it is showing below the S3 levels. But there is another check. It is bit advanced one. If you select the S4, you see it is approaching the S4, and there is a very high probability that it will bounce back from these levels. And this January is the month of quarterly results, and IT companies are the first one who will open their account. So there are very high chances that all these IT companies and the IT index will be rising in the coming weeks. So this is another way of interpreting whether our IT index will perform well or how it is going to perform the next day if you keenly watch the Nasdaq movement. Okay. So likewise, you can also check it. How about the metal index? How about the auto index? So it is very simple. If you decided to, first you need to check what are all the index which are in the buying. Let's say if auto index is in the buying zone, you just check what are all the heavyweights in the Nifty auto index. So, and take top three stocks of it and go back to the trading view and check those three stocks whether which are in the buying zone or selling zone. And if those stocks are in the buying zone, then it is clear you can go ahead in buying those stocks. I hope this video is useful. Thanks for watching.